Hey, what's up? It's your friend Phil here, project management trainer and coach. I know some of you are preparing for your PMP exam. I want to give you a few tips and tricks, a few ideas to help you. It could be a struggle getting ready for this exam if you let it be a struggle. Don't let it be a struggle. I want you to do tiny little things daily that will lead to a mighty harvest for your PMP. Tiny little things. One, being intentional about your studying. In other words, make a date with yourself to study. When I say make a date with yourself to study, what I'm saying is put it on your calendar. Put it on your calendar. Decide that first thing in the morning, you're going to wake up and you are going to do what you need to do to study. 30 minutes, 15 minutes. Surround yourself with tools that make studying possible even when your schedule may seem crazy. Things like audio, the Project Management Audio Digest. You can find this on the Praizion.com site. But if you got this tool, you could simply put in a CD or just get an MP3 running. And while you are getting ready to hit the road for the day, you can be listening to audio. 10 minutes, 15 minutes. It's a little step, but it will go a long way in the grand scheme of things to put you on a trajectory to at least know the language, understand the language. A simple thing. Audio. I did this when I was getting ready for my exam. I can tell you audio really helps. It does. I know not everyone is as gifted as I am listening to audio, but it's better to have some audio to keep you on that journey than nothing. Some folks say, oh, I can't study, so I'm just going to leave it alone. Don't do that. Use audio. That'll be my first tip to you. Use audio in the morning, listen to it, and even if you just grasp a few pieces of what is being taught, it is better to do that than do nothing. So do that, okay? The second step is, again, using your calendar, using Siri, and other tools like that can send you reminders. Take at least 30 minutes in your lunch break. Take 30 minutes every lunch break to study a knowledge area. It could be communications that does not require any calculations on days when you don't feel like calculating anything. It could be resource management. But take your PMBOK guide, if you can, if you've got it, a PDF version, put it on your phone. Like right now, if I wanted to, I can study the PMBOK guide on my phone. Lunch break, just cut out 30 minutes. Go outdoors, take your lunch outdoors, and go to a bench. Sit on the bench and decide, I'm going to put in 30 minutes right here. And sit down and enjoy the great outdoors as you study. Now, I'm in Arizona, it's boiling hot, but right now it's kind of cool. This is the time for you to enjoy the outdoors if you're here, like I am in Arizona. But if you're in a different state, I'm not sure what the elements will be like. Go to your cafeteria, sit down. But intentionality is key. Being intentional, that is really what is key in getting ready for this exam. Some folks are not intentional. They do not have a schedule. They do not have a regimen. You need to have a regimen as you study. Have a regimen. Monday, I'm hitting this. Tuesday, that, and so on. Do you want me to give you an idea of how you can do this? Okay. Week 1, chapter 1, 2, and 3. Just hit chapters 1, 2, and 3 for the first week. Monday, Tuesday, chapter 1. Wednesday, Thursday, chapter 2. Friday, chapter 3. Saturday, consolidation. Get the foundation straight. That's week 1. And if you're wondering, how can I study this stuff? Where do I get the material? Go to www.praizion.com. Sign up for the very first course you see in those panels. It's called PMP Exam Prep Camp. You can go through our chapter 1, 2, and 3 in a week, for sure. It is going to help you firm up your foundation. Okay? That would be week 1. Take the quizzes, read the book. We've got a PDF book we send you. You can read that along with the PMBOK guide. It will clarify a lot of things for you. That would be week 1. Week 2, here you can amp it up a little bit. Week 2, you can begin studying a knowledge area a day. And my mantra is a knowledge area a day keeps the PMP blues away. Remember, you have to be intentional about it. So I want you to study integration Monday, scope Tuesday, schedule Wednesday, cost Thursday, quality Friday. And then you have the weekend to catch up, align your thoughts, do what you need to do. Someone says, but Phil, how many hours a day do I need to study to get it done in a day? On average, 3 hours. If you can put in 1 hour in the morning before you go to work, 1 hour during your lunch break. You got to be disciplined though to do it. And then 1 hour when you get back. You can achieve this. Let me give you an example. So, integration management, Monday, right? Study, develop project charter, develop project management plan. For 1 hour. 2 processes in an hour. You can do that. You can. Just open up your books before you go to work, log onto the Praizion Learning Management System, and watch 2 videos. Now there is an introduction video to integration, but it's not that long. So in 1 hour, you can watch the videos. I think Develop Project Charter is 15 minutes or less, maybe even 11 or 10 minutes. And Develop Project Management Plan isn't that long either. These are roughly 15 minutes tops. And I don't even think they're up to 15 minutes. But here's the cool thing. As I'm explaining this to you, you can actually open up your PMBOK guide, refer to the PDF, and get further detail about these processes. So in 1 hour, you can study, develop project charter, and develop project management plan, just like that. It's very well laid out. You see, we've got all the processes broken out for every knowledge area. You know, some people say, oh, I want to study by process group. So they decide to study by process group. It's absolutely doable. But if on Monday morning at 6 a.m., before you hit the road, or maybe even 5 a.m., you know, open up the books, study those 2 processes, go to work. Lunchtime, log onto the learning system again, and watch the next 2 videos. direct and manage project work, manage project knowledge. Manage project knowledge, I quite remember this one because it was a bit long. It's 17 minutes. But you can watch this within an hour. Direct and manage project work, manage project knowledge. Watch the videos. You're done again in an hour. See? Or even less. I would say, why not throw in monitor and control project work? You can. It's an hour, right? But if you cannot throw in monitor and control project work, leave that for later. Final hour for the day is going to be in the evening, after work, after you've chilled, after you've relaxed, done whatever you need to do, your responsibilities, log on again. This is how you get stuff done. You got to be intentional about it. But remember, the learning management system from Praizion is there to help you. It's there to guide your study efforts. So, again, go through monitor and control project work, perform integrated change control, close project or phase, open up the book, refer to what is being said, and then maybe use the ITTO tool. We've got an ITTO Excel tool for you to sort ITTOs, look for commonalities, go a little bit deeper. We also have some additional videos that you can watch to cement your full integration knowledge. And then we've got a mini test, a little mock test at the end of each knowledge area. Take the test, and if you pass it, great. Move on to the next chapter. If you don't pass it, take it again. It's as simple as that. So when I say a knowledge area a day, I know what I'm talking about. If you are disciplined, if you put yourself into a strict PMP guide study rotation, you can do it. Knowledge area a day. So that was week 1. Integration, scope, schedule, cost, quality. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. For week 2, you move into resources. 6 processes. Same thing. Monday morning, bang out 2, morning, bang another 2, afternoon, last 2, and night. Bite-sized chunks. Read the PMP guide along. Make references. Note what you do not know. Send questions to your instructor, your friend Phil, and we'll get you answers for whatever you do not know. It's as simple as that. Seriously. I think a lot of people are trying to eat everything all at once. You cannot succeed in that way. You got to break it down into bite-sized chunks. Okay, so that's resources day 1, Monday week 2. So day 1 of week 2, resources. Day 2 of week 2, communications. Communications is 3 processes. 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, 1 in the evening. And you know what? On days when the load is a little bit lighter, like in communications that only has 3, you can use some slack or float factors to dive in deeper to areas you may have left unexplored, you know? So you can feel free to add some other things to the mix. It doesn't have to be absolutely strict. If you're done with communications by the afternoon of day 2 of week 2, use that time to study the more complicated topics, like schedule, for example. Schedule management is a beast. So you got 7 processes, but you can use time in communications to consolidate things like that, or earn value from the week before. If you feel you need a revamp, why not just do that? Do that. As simple as that. All right, so resources day 1 of week 2, communications day 2 of week 2, risk day 3 of week 2. Now risk is a beast. So in the same token, if you wanted to start risk a little bit earlier on day 2 instead of day 3, go ahead and do that. But there's 7 processes. So just break them down, 3, 2, 2, 3 in the morning. The easiest, or I should say, the least voluminous of all the risk processes has got to be implement risk responses, because all the work has already been done in the first 5 processes. Process 6 is implement risk responses. See? And on our learning management system at Praizion.com, we break it down into tiny, tiny little chunks. We break it down. So my advice, to you is to target more of the load where the easier one is. So implement risk responses. Maybe you do implement risk responses and monitor risks along with plan risk responses for the evening. So you do plan risk management, identify risks, morning. Afternoon, you do perform qualitative risk analysis. That's a beefy one. Perform quantitative risk analysis. That's also a beefy one. So maybe just do those in the afternoon. 30 minutes a piece should be all right for that. And then in the evening, do those 3: plan risk responses, implement risk responses, monitor risks. Those are manageable. Monitor risks is not unmanageable at all. So that's risk. And then on Thursday, do procurement. 3 processes. Again, you got wiggle room there. And then on Friday as well, you're going to do stakeholder. So week 2 is going to be resources, communications, risk, procurement, stakeholder. Boom. Done in 3 weeks. But in order to get this rolling, you need to log on to our learning management system. So sign up, go to www.praizion.com. Sign up. The greatest journey begins with a step. It does. Months ago, I wanted to bring down my weight. So I started off with the first step. And since the time I started, I have brought it down to about 22 pounds now. But it started with a step on the treadmill, and then weights, and then other things. You have to start somewhere, otherwise you'll find yourself in the future wishing you had done what you should have done in the past. So don't let that be you. Sign up for the program. This program has helped scores, hundreds, thousands of project managers worldwide to achieve success on the PMP exam. When I started, I began counting and I lost count in the hundreds. This was over a decade ago. So a lot of people have been through this rite of passage. Eat LMS, one of my clients, Dale from Info, he says, eat LMS, drink LMS, breathe LMS. What's he saying? He's talking about the Praizion learning management system. And he told his people, eat, drink, breathe LMS. That's all you're going to be doing until you get certified. And on his watch, working along with me, we got over 60 plus of his project managers certified. And I'm talking about these guys all made home runs on their first try, except one who needed a second try. And he said, Phil, it's probably because I'm old. But he was just goofing. But in that company, 60 plus PMs went through the system all on their first try, home run. If you follow the system, you'll get an awesome result. Don't cut corners. Watch the videos, take notes, be intentional, and you will succeed. I guarantee you, you will. You got to follow the system. Some folks want to circumvent the system. They don't want to read what I say they should read. They don't want to watch all the videos. They want to fast forward the videos and skip. Don't do that. Follow the system. Follow it. You've heard from all sorts of project managers from different areas: engineering, operations, healthcare, pharmaceutical. I bring them to the channel. You've heard them. If you are really tuned to the channel, you've heard Nick, you've heard Lauren, you've heard Lindsay, you've heard Dustin, you've heard Dara, you've heard Krishnan, you've heard them all. These folks stick to the program. You got to stay with the program. And if you stay with the program, you'll reap the benefits, you'll reap the results. Okay, so I want to encourage you, stick with the program. www.praizion.com. Look for the PMP Exam Prep Camp 2018. It's the first panel that you see, PMP Exam Prep Camp. Sign up for it. Okay? I hope this helps you, and I hope this helps you realize that you can truly get this under your belt. You really can. But the key thing is intentionality. You got to be intentional. Some folks don't want to take that first step. You got to take that first step. Okay? Intentionality is key. It's your friend Phil here, just trying to keep it real for you. Go to that link, www.praizion.com, and I look forward to seeing you in the course. Do it. You got to do it now. Do it, do it, do it. Talk to you soon.